My friend, we were given to understand thou wert injured. Shouldst thou not be abed? Lie down at a time like this? Don't be absurd. I would have come sooner had the guards not made such a fuss. Now tell me what's happened. Where's the Exarch? He's a statue now. I see. Dava, will you show me his spirit vessel? Yes, both his soul and memories seem intact. Good. Okay, so we put in more than just his soul, his memories in there, his soul too. Unlike the others, his ether was not highly charged, and so it did not seem necessary to employ a familiar for the imbuing. But I needed to be certain all the same. Oh, what a relief. Then 'tis but a question of restoring his soul unto his flesh. And as thou didst lately tell me, the success of this process resteth on no more than our friend's soul recognizing his flesh as its own. Given his apparent desire to return to the source with Dava, one would think his soul would be only too happy to be home. No? Surely it wouldn't balk at the relative newness of its accommodation. So one would hope, but none can speak for the Exarch's heart of hearts, and he can no longer speak for himself. Furthermore, though I have drawn upon all of my not inconsiderable experience to predict the outcome, the fact remains that there is no direct precedent for what we are attempting. Will his body accept his soul? Will his essences blend properly? Will he awaken whole of mind? Any number of things would go awry. Assuming I have succeeded in tempering your expectations, I should probably add that I did ask the Exarch if he still wished to return to the source in full knowledge of the risks. Let me guess, he still intended to. A simple enough question, one would think, warranting a single word reply, yet the answer I received was rather longer than that. Almost comically so. In fact, regardless, out of respect for the man, I shall attempt to recite it, with a certain amount of poetic license. Ahem. As I grew older, the burdens I carried became even more numerous. Burdens which weighed upon my hopes, burying them deep within my breast. So deep that I couldn't be certain they were still there. But when I look around me, I am reminded that, no matter how deeply buried they may be, our hopes never truly disappear. No, they are always with us, guiding us, driving us. I see it in Vothri, who sought to vindicate his existence by creating his paradise. I see it in Ranjit, who forsook his life's cause in order to protect that which he held most dear. I see it in the people who chose to struggle rather than surrender to despair. And though our struggles may differ greatly since the very beginning of time, they have all shared that one common thread: hope. Struggle because we have hope, and when the time comes, I too will embrace mine. I will follow my heart regardless of the risks. And I will live with all my being, as befits one who has been granted a second chance. There, I told you it was long, and unspeakably sentimental to boot. One would think them the outpourings of a dewy-eyed boy, not the old man the Exarch seems to believe he is. He's a child at heart. I mean, really, he's scarcely been alive as long as I've been in hiding. I dare say he is blushing in his vessel. I can believe that. Speaking of which, we should make ready for our journey. Time remains of the essence after all. Needless to say, once we leave, there is no guarantee that we can return. If anyone has unfinished business, now's the time to see to it. I must pay a visit to Slitherbow. Let us reconvene here anon. There remains some few matters which require mine attention in Ilmeg. May I leave Thancred in thy care, child? Thancred needs to be taken care of. I've been meaning to get some flowers from Infilia. I thought you might help me choose them, and then we could go to Nabath Arang together one last time. A fine suggestion. Lead on. Was back to Yulmore for me. Amongst other things, I owe the mayor an apology about his airship. I assume you have places of your own to be, Alice? I shall see you later. Who's Alice worrying about? As you've probably guessed, I'm going to pay a visit to the inn at Journey's Head. I want you to come too. I realize you don't need to say any farewells. The Exarch does, if only in spirit, so I thought you might bring him along, so to speak. Will do. I'm sure he'd love the thought of being lugged about on his hero's back. Oh, he definitely would like that idea. Let's be off, shall we? I can't wait to see how Halric's doing. I hope he's doing better. It's been 2 hours already. It doesn't feel like 2 hours. Where's Halric? Halric, oh gods, don't tell me he's wandered off again. That's what I was wondering. Quickly, Dava, we have to find him. Oh, Alice, I didn't see you there. If you're looking for Halric, he's gone for a walk with one of the others. They were planning to visit the graveyard, if I'm not mistaken. Well, that's a relief. Shall we adjourn to the graveyard then? Is that a sign that he might be better? I'll talk to her first. Oh, greetings, Dava. Looking for Halric by any chance? Yes. There he is. I was afraid he'd wandered off again. Oh, there's no need to worry. Halric's safe and well. He's been showing good progress and likes to go for walks of late. Good. Though his steps usually bring him to this particular spot. I forgot her name, but I have a feeling I know it's her. Oh, I wasn't aware he had family here. Oh, Tesleen, yes. He doesn't. It's Tesleen, her sword, that is. We bear it here in her honor. So he remembers. What brings you back so soon? Out of interest, I didn't think the next round of treatments was due yet. No, it isn't. Look, I realize this is sudden, but I've come to say goodbye. It's time for me to return home. Oh, rest assured, the treatments will continue. Becklug will come to oversee them in my stead. I see, you did mention that you and your friends were searching for a way home. Needless to say, you'll be sorry to see you go. But I know everyone will be happy for you, truly. Happy and grateful. You've done so much for us, achieved what none of us dared hope was possible. And we'll see to it that your good work continues, and that no more poor souls are buried here before their time. So rest easy and take care. We wish you every happiness. Thank you. I will miss you all. But it isn't time to say our farewells quite yet, so if there are any tasks that need doing, hunting beasts, fetching water, and what have you, just say the word. Of course you'd ask that, Elise. I mean to make use of every last moment here, after all. The time left to you is precious. Are you saying more? That's right, Halric. That's exactly right. Those words will guide you true, so never forget them. And neither will I. Take care. What? I'm not crying. I just have sand in my eye, that's all. Of course you're crying. As I mentioned, I mean to stay here as long as possible. In the meantime, perhaps you could go and look in on the others? Alphino, for instance, if anyone is crying, it'll be him. Both of y'all cry. You just deny it. And of course we're going to see everyone else. We have to say goodbye to everyone. Of course she'd be the one crying. I love her.
Please, Lady Chai, dry your eyes.
The thought of never seeing you again is more than my poor heart can bear.
Alphino, maybe you should find a way to stay here. I don't want her to be crying. Maybe figure out how to let yourself travel between the source and shard.
Oh, it's you. As you can see, Alphino has broken the news.
I can see that.
I don't know how to console her. She thinks we'll be lost without him.
You're certainly well loved.
'Tis more than I deserve, yet I'm truly grateful and will see that she knows as much. Lady Chai, I have a confession to make. On the day we ousted Lord Vorthree, when I revealed the truth of his tyranny and your complicity in his crimes, I did so with great trepidation. Not out of fear that you wouldn't listen, but that you might never recover. There was a time when I too, in my hubris, believed myself worthy to lord it over others. And when the lie was laid bare, when I was forced to confront the cost, the lives lost, it all but destroyed me. To awaken from a naive dream to so harsh a reality, I would have understood had you all surrendered to despair. But you didn't surrender. Far from it. You picked yourselves up and rose to the challenge. You found a path forward and the strength to walk it, and to keep walking it, day after day. But what struck me is how much faster you found it than I did.
Really? That felt pretty slow to me. But rest assured, we'll make Yulmore into a nation anyone would be proud to call home. Eventually.
Eventually. Hopefully in your lifetime.
You can still come and go as you please, I believe. When we have good tidings to report, I may trouble you to be their bearer. There may also be less than good tidings, in which event I hope I can trouble you for your counsel.
At least there's a way to keep contact.
I should
Me
be
being the
honored to
messenger
provide it,
woman.
Master Chai.
Oh, Alphino, I know you aren't one to sit still, but do remember to take your ease from time to time. And no matter where you are, remember that there are people here who are praying for your health and happiness. Our brave and gentle artist. You have our love, now and always.
I love all the characters.
Do you mine? Please take care.
I hope someday there's a way to bring others than me back to the first, so they can meet again. What's taking so long? There we go. I want to talk to you. Oh, thank goodness you can still return. If I had to bid farewell to you both, my heart would burst here and now. Like Alphino, I know that yours is a life of constant employment, but do visit us from time to time. It would mean the world to us. And you? I hear the airship crashed in Almarang. Never mind. The important thing is you're all safe and well. That said, we should probably retrieve the wreck before the locals strip it for trolley parts. Or perhaps we can make a trade of it. Tis a strange feeling, Dava, to stand in the company of our friends, knowing that I will never see them again. I struggle to reconcile it in my mind. But this I know, I shall cherish my memories of Norvront, of every soul I met here for the rest of my days. And I shall look forward to your tales of their endeavors. Forgive me, I realize now that I never asked you what business brought you here. Can I be of assistance? Alice sent me here. Alice said that, did she? Well, as you can see, I'm quite alright now, unlike her by the sound of it. Perhaps you might consider visiting Urianje next. Given his conservance with the idiosyncrasies of the Fey folk, I doubt it will be an issue, but a small part of me worries that they may not relinquish him willingly. As such, I would feel better if you would look in on our friend, assuming you have the time, of course. Okay, I'm gonna have to travel a bit to get here. I hope we get some interactions with Feya'ul before we leave. Best Pixie. Whole bunch of pixies here. That I should have the pleasure of welcoming a guest, even as mine own occupation draws to a close. What bringeth thee hither, my friend? So thou wouldst grant the Exarch a final tour of the realm which hath been his home these 100 years? A noble gesture. As for Master Alphino's concerns, thou mayst rest assured that all is well here. Far from detaining me, our Fey friends have agreed to assist in the transportation of these tomes unto the Cabinet of Curiosity. Not more remaineth to be done. Regardless, 'tis well that thou didst come, for I have been meaning to show something to thee. An object I chanced to find after thy victory over Elidibus. What is it? Let me see. Though it hath lost its radiance, 'tis unmistakably a crystal of light, one that did, in all likelihood, once belong to Ardbert. Having been interred with his body, it would have remained upon his person after his possession by Elidibus. And when his mortal form was, forgive mine indelicacy, consumed by thy foe to fuel his transformation, I posit that the crystal did tumble free. Save that which doth abide in thee, it is all that remaineth of a friend. And if thou art willing, I would have thee deliver it unto Seto. I can think of no worthier recipient than he, and no more fitting a bearer than thee. As ever, thou wilt find the Amaro in Wolekdorf. My thanks, Dava. Going to see Seto again. Or is that? What's over here? I can just teleport. I abuse teleports way too often. Where are you? There he is. Ah, full glad I am to see you safe and well. Rumors spoke of strange, spectral foes bent on your destruction. But with the sky returned to normal, I assume all is well again. So to what do I owe the pleasure of this visit? This.
Is that Ardbert's crystal?
Yes, it is.
So it is. It has changed, but I would know it anywhere. However, did you come by it?
I think it's best not to tell you. The feeling I'm going to tell him. Yep, there I go. I'm explaining it. It's a long story.
Then, even in death, his enemies found a way to profit from his sacrifice. Oh, it grieves me to think of his body being used for evil ends.
I agree, I disliked it too.
But, thanks to you, his honor is restored, and he may finally find peace. No words can express my gratitude. I will keep this crystal safe to the end of my days. Rest easy, my friend. You have earned it.
I have a feeling something bad's gonna happen after all the goodbyes. When things get happy, I expect something bad to happen. Tell me, does anything strike you as different about my soul?
Your soul?
Because Ardbert's soul merged with mine.
Oh, how can this be?
Seto, my old friend. You've grown.
Oh, Ardbert, how I've missed you. I'm sorry I couldn't keep you safe, or even console you. Had I only learned to speak sooner, I would have told you how much you meant to me, how much I cared.
I knew. I always knew.
I love seeing more actual Ardbert.
But I'm happy to hear it nonetheless. Thank you, Seto. My partner in crime.
I see. His journey continues. Then I will not yet bid him rest. With you, he may look forward to many more adventures. It has been a while since last I flew. Perhaps I too will go on a little adventure. Ride the winds, seek the horizon.
Do it, Seto.
Yes. I think perhaps I will.
Anything else you have to say? Thank you, Dava, for taking care of Ardbert. May your adventures together take you beyond the farthest horizons, and may they always lead you safely home. Oh, I have to fly all the way back. I believe I do. Yeah, I do. Oh, I still have a part of the map I haven't seen. I'll go there at some other time. Okay, after Urianje, we're gonna have to go see either Thancred and Reen or Ishtola. Oh, wrong button. But it works. Or thou art returned. Ah, thou art returned. Tell me, how did Seto receive thine offering? Remarkable, 'twas fated that thou shouldst be the one to undertake this task, I think. As Ardbert liveth on in thee, so too shall he and his comrades live on in the hearts of the people of